Hello everyone. Today we have a ball python video, so sorry for that, people who expect venomous. This is a phantom portion. Basically it's a Mojave Phantom Yellow Belly, and she's an amazing snake. When she came by to my place, she only ate live mouse and that's it, and she was very skittish. But I got her to take a lot of stuff, and today we're gonna try to feed her in front of the camera and see if that works out. And it seems like it will work out. That is very nice. This was a small rat that she just bit and took a hold of, and it gave us a chance to see how beautiful she is when she's constricting her already dead prey. As you can see, I'm taking a cell phone picture as well. For my Instagram followers. But she's just an amazing snake. We can all see that. And you know, from where she started, she came a long way really to eating in front of camera. That's very nice. So we'll wait until she's sure that her already dead prey is dead once again, and then we can go from there. Yeah, I think she is alright. So for people who don't know what type of animal this is a ball python or a royal python, depending on which side of the pond you live. They come from Africa. They are a very small python species, and they are usually very friendly, so they are very big in the pet industry. But they do not normally look like this. This is a mutant. In fact, as I said in the start of the video, that it's a triple mutant, a Mojave mutant, a phantom mutant, and a yellow belly mutant, which creates an animal that is called purple passion or phantom portion. And you know, not much purple, but an amazing gray-green color with a partial yellow band and some eye-like spots. Just makes this animal a sight to behold, really. Now, a lot of people are not into morphs. It's understandable. They like the natural beauty of the animal. I have no problem with morphs if and only if the mutation does not cause any harm to the snake. So you will never see a spider mutation, for example, in my collection, where the animal gets a neurological problem. I'm not 100% sold on scaleless snakes either, because scales are a very important organ for the animal. But those animals seem to be doing fine so far, so we have to wait and see, I guess. But I really have issues like for animals like scaleless bearded dragons, where the animal have significant shedding related problems that can cause serious issues if not special care is taken. So in my book, if a mutation does not cause any significant harm to the animal and the animal can live without any assistance at all, then I'm fine with it. Alright, she's doing a good job. She just at a terrible camera angle. So we're gonna turn her rack a little bit when I'm just waiting for her to get a bit more comfortable with the rat, so she doesn't spit it out as I'm trying to turn her rack. There we are. And we did creep her out, but she's still eating fine. She's a 2013 baby, so you know she has a very decent size. She's eating regularly now on mice or rats without a problem, and I do enjoy having her here in my snake room. If you watch the videos, you'll see that I have 5 ball pythons. One is a super fire champagne, one is a leopard pied, the other is a vanilla, one is a vanilla scream, and this is the 5th one, the phantom potion. So I'll have some breeding projects going on, not this season, probably next season, even though I can breed the vanilla combination this season as well. You know, for people who are used to venomous snakes like me, ball pythons are a bit boring. That's a fact. They do not do much. They just sit and you know, wait. And sometimes they're a pain in the ass to get to feeding. I have 2 ball pythons that will not eat frozen and thawed. It has to be live, which drives me insane because I really hate to see small animals suffer in my cages. But it is what it is, you know. So I'm trying to actually get rid of them to sell them, but I cannot get a proper price on them yet. But don't buy into this myth that ball pythons do not utilize their space. I have, you know, it's decent sized rack for these animals. You can easily see that when I zoom out, and it comes all the way back as well. So people who stick these animals into tiny racks, you know, they say that ball pythons are not animals that use a lot of space, which is actually BS. It's bullshit because these snakes do roam. They do that at night. They are nocturnal. So anytime I check my snake rack at night, I see all my ball pythons out of their hides and roaming around. All of them. So this is, you know, I understand that these animals can live in smaller racks and be perfectly healthy and okay. And I don't have a problem with that. It's, you know, keeper's choice. But please don't just say that, you know, they do not need the space, or at least they do not utilize the space, because they utilize the space very well. So, you know, for ball pythons, aside from the expensive breeding projects like the ones that I have going on, you know, a normal ball python is a very good starter snake. In fact, I started with a ball python, and you know, you gotta be careful with a few things like using under tank heaters, etc., which can burn the animals. But aside from that, you know, they're calm snakes, and people can handle them. If they're captive bred and purchased as a baby, especially females, they do not have much of a feeding problem. They may go off feed for a while, but that's okay. So, you know, I would advise for a kid to have a ball python as a starter snake, for example. That's perfectly fine. They just, you know, sit at one spot in the mornings or sit in their hides, etc. Don't move much and don't have a lot of action. But if you have time and you can get up and observe them at 2 a.m. in the morning, they're just out and about, you know, sniffing around, going back and forth, etc. Which is, you know, nice to watch if you're into that kind of thing. But, you know, she's handling this thread like a champ. Almost through the difficult part. And it will go a lot quicker when she's, you know, when she gets the arms inside and the rib cage. You know, it's always fascinating for me to watch how a snake feeds, even though I have seen this several, maybe 1,000 times over the years. You know, seeing the prey move inside the animal is an interesting sight, really. And since they swallow whole, it's very interesting to watch. And ball pythons, towards the end, they basically become a, as you can see, like a just a garbage bin. Well, it's very cool to watch. In fact, one of the first snake photographs that I took was, and this was years and years ago, when I had my first ball python and first snake, the tongue of the mouse coming out of the snake's mouth picture. You know, you can see hundreds of that type of pictures anyway. They're all around the place in the web. But ball pythons do get their necks up, like what we're seeing now, towards the end of the feeding. And then you see an interesting view. Of course, if she was kind enough to face us, it would be a much better view. But, you know, she's a snake, and snakes have to move away from camera when you're filming them. It's a common thing. Anyway, she's done. She did a great job. And, you know, we have come a long way with this girl, from not feeding in front of me, not eating anything but a live mouse, to feeding on dead rats, frozen and thawed rats in front of camera. Is really nice. You know, with the yellow lighting I have in this room, the colors do not show up very well, but she is just an amazing looking animal and a great snake to have. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you again next week. Bye.